We can call the meeting to order at 6:06-ish. For the Board of Health meeting, Monday, May 12th, 2025. All members are present. We'll start with accepting the minutes from April 14th. Everyone get a chance to read those?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Me and yes.
Mills, yes.
Wheeler, yes.
All right, motion made and carried. Next for action discussion would be Safe Grad Night, which is on June 1st of 25.
They're looking to ask for a waiver of the fee for food service. They'll still have to follow everything. They're just looking for a waiver of the fee because it's not a money-making situation.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, but because of our fee change and everything else, everyone has to go through you guys. So just looking for a motion to waive the fee.
Absolutely.
I'll make a motion to waive the fees for the Safe Grad Night, all the rings.
Second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Me and yes.
Mills, yes.
Wheeler, yes.
Motion made and carried. Next, variances for 95 Belmont Street, and we have guests.
Okay, so before George Collins from Collins Engineering, so I'll just give you a little backdrop of the history. This is a facility that someday will probably be on sewer, but it might be 5 years from now. They went in there, the design flow, for what they were doing was spa type treatments, permanent makeup. We licensed them for permanent makeup. So we established that what they had in there would have been about a 200 gallon a day flow per the permanent makeup room. And then it would be over the flow what they had for a design septic system. So in the past, because this is not in DEP's code, we allowed to take water records and double them. So they asked for a variance, we granted a variance. They were supposed to submit water meeting readings for the first 3 months. They never did, but that's okay. We went back in records and found the actual water use is very, very low, like 15 gallons a day. So if you double that, 15 to 30 gallons a day, they have a capacity of 247 gallons in their system. Fast forward to today, and now pretty much what we have is the other side of the building, they'd like to put a salon in there with one salon chair. And excuse me if I asked what else was going in, it's just a salon.
Reiki.
Oh, Reiki, which would be, we assigned to like hand washing to like my massage. So every person in there that did Reiki, like one room, would be 75 gallons a day for hand washing for that.
Is the laundry on site?
No.
No laundry on site. So that being said, they would be overflow by Title V, and this is Reiki or massage is a number we've established, okay? But the salon chair is 100 gallons a day. That's written in Title V. You can't undo that.
Okay.
So then they're over the flow and they can't even put a bigger septic system in now because it's a zone 2. So if they had to go and expand this, the lot size would minimize the amount of septic they can put in there. My feeling is that the 100 gallons and the 75 gallons, the 100 gallons stays, the 75 gallons is negotiable. And where the other side had very little water flow, you could grant the variance, but it's the board would have to grant the variance. And now I'd like to invite Mr. Collins up to explain what they're. Please come hither. You can come up too if you want to sit at the table. It's Nick, right?
Yes.
Nick, okay, please.
So for the record, George Collins from Collins Civil Engineering Group representing Howard Williams. This is her son, Nick. And basically, Mark went over quite a bit of what we were, quite a bit of the background on everything. So one thing to take into consideration is, again, so the actual water usage over the last couple of years is like 13 gallons a day, but from a practical standpoint, might be like 15, 20 gallons a day. That's for the existing facility. And then we would be adding this Reiki area. And it's sort of a hybrid situation where, like only a very small part of the business is the hair portion, and then also, and so it's basically they're doing multiple tasks. It's the same vendor, one person, and then the other thing is the hair salon chair will require an industrial wastewater holding tank.
Yeah.
So all the flow from the hand washing will go into the industrial wastewater holding.
Are you doing all sinks, or are you doing one sink to the septic and just the hair permanent and because industrial waste is for when you do permanents and dyes.
Yeah, so
Is
there's
that a
just,
tight tank? Are we talking
Yeah,
about a
Yeah,
tight
it's
tank?
industrial waste is two double wall, that's all.
so there's one sink, 100% of what's going in
Okay.
that sink is gonna go into an
Okay.
industrial wastewater holding tank. So that's another thing that'll actually, I think that's gonna be a primary source of water, and that's gonna be pulled out of the formula in its entirety.
And if we were to just do a breakdown as to what this business projects, only 25% would be using that sink. The rest is Reiki, the rest is bridal design and hairstyling. So
Okay.
nothing to do with dyes or wastewater, anything with that dedicated sink,
Right.
probably 25% of the business.
Right.
If they.
So, I mean, 25 states, it's 100 gallons a day, and that, you can't change that. Believe it or not, a barber shop, you go in, they spray water on your hair, they don't wash it, you leave with more water in your hair than goes down the drain. They're 100 gallons a day per barber chair now. So that number has to stay, but where I say that, because the other water lows are so low in use, I would say the same recommendations for the last time. To give us water meter readings for like 3 months, and then at the end of a year. And, you know, if there's any issue at that time, we could probably set up something where legally that they tie into sewer and sewer is available, but that's probably 5 years out.
We've done this in the past.
We have.
Yeah.
This is not opening Pandora's box. We
No,
just
no,
have to go through
yeah,
the
I was gonna say,
procedure,
this is.
clean on paper.
Yeah, one of the things that we talked about earlier was if there's a way, if we could even just have money held in escrow by the town, so that when we do have the sewer available, the money's already there to do the tie-in. So we have
Yeah,
every intention to do
There,
it.
there is a legal aspect, but the pipe has to be in the street before you do anything. It says you will tie in when
Commit to that.
there's there's some documentation Kristen's done with other people. For the people at home, Kristen, the Director of Health and Community Services, done with other people, to do such. But this will get you over the hump in the road, until the sewer is available and allowing it. So I don't really have any issues with it. It just has to go through the legal aspect of you guys approving it and having any questions you have for them.
And we did notify the.
Yeah, we have-
butters.
We saw that, yeah.
And we got the documentation, the green cards that said, you know, they
They
signed it.
received it and
Yeah.
signed it and didn't come, so.
And you've been out there.
I actually inspected the permanent makeup place in December. So,
How many questions do you guys?
Yeah, and my own question was just the laundry, if you, because, you know, you'd have towels, stuff like
Yeah.
that, that's kind of high, and if it's an
That's not on
outs,
site.
it's not on site, it's outsourced, so I think that's.
that's a good call.
Yeah. I think we have to do whatever we can to help business in town,
Mhm.
that's for sure.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
And this keeps it clean on the Board of Health side, and it allows them to do what they need to do.
No, I, zero problem with it.
No issues.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Motion seconded.
Motion made and seconded to grant the variance for 95 Belmont Street. All those in favor?
Me and yes.
Mills, yes.
Yes.
Done.
So we just need eventually a design to put the wastewater tank in, and
Yeah, I think Brian Dunn's gonna do that.
Okay.
And with
Yeah.
MBL,
MBL, yeah.
okay,
he already did like a site plan, so.
okay, good.
All right, great, appreciate your time.
Good luck.
All right,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good luck to
Thank you
you.
very much.
Keep it
Thank you for
going.
your time and consideration.
You're welcome.
Right.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Take care.
Thank you.
Take care.
Great
Good
time.
seeing you,
Thank
Nick.
you. Good seeing you, Mark.
No
See you guys.
problem.
Bye.
Okay, thank you very much.
You know, it's funny, I printed you guys out an agenda, I didn't get myself one. That's all right.
Have it.
There you go. That's all right, I just gotta make sure I put the right thing back in the. I don't wanna put.
Staff notes.
What do we have going on? Perk tests are pretty steady right now. We have Priscilla coming into the next meeting in June. She couldn't work it out to be at this meeting.
Oh, for Bristol County.
Bristol County Mosquito Control. So she'll be presenting, taking questions, informing people at home at next meeting in June. What else do we have going on? We got some cases in Maven, nothing too major, some little bit of norovirus coming through. The flu season's kind of winding down from what I see in Maven. Trying to think what else we got going on.
How long?
Oh, a lot of the stuff for the tricentennials coming through.
Mhm.
A lot of food permits. Tim, I wish he was here tonight. He could speak to that. He's working with them individually, making sure they all have the proper food permits. And, you know, so that's being very laborious. for Tim right now, so, but, you know, we're getting it done.
When someone applies for a perk test, how long away is it right now?
We're into the first week of June.
Not
I
bad.
just did
Not bad at
June,
all.
Monday, June 2nd, so that's like 3 weeks out.
That's good.
bad.
Yeah.
You know, when it's 3 months out, it's a problem.
Yeah.
3 weeks out,
Yeah.
because you have to get a dig safe anyways, you gotta mark out the property where the
Yeah.
water lines, gas lines,
Mhm.
any underground utilities are.
Yep.
That's a week, but once they have a date, they need to have a week to do that anyway, so you really can't, even if we could do it
Faster.
tomorrow.
Oh, we're not seeing an uptick in the building anyway. are we?
It's just repairs.
Repairs, real estate.
Yeah, real estate repairs. I think I got 3 new constructions going on at the end of Union Street on the Brockton line across from Benson's old
Yeah,
place.
it's fine.
110 Union, 98 Union, and 96 Union, I think are the numbers gonna be. So 110 was on my desk today. So that's new construction next to French Pond.
I was gonna say, did you perk those already?
That's been perked.
They've been perked.
Yeah. That's been perked, so. Yeah, there's that, and what else do we have going on? Just, oh, the larvicide, I'm sorry. They did finish the larvicide.
Yep, very
I was trying to
nice.
keep you guys abreast in
Yep.
this situation with the larvicide.
Yep.
They did larvicide the Hockomock Swamp, which my personal feeling is which helped Easton last year not get any
As
triple E
bad,
positive
yeah.
pools. And because it kills the larvicide in the water before they promulgate, and what it does, it hits the water, it spreads, goes under the root base. And that's where this particular type of mosquito that carries triple E, the most 3 common species that carry it, that are bird and human biters, live.
Mhm.
So under there is where it gets to, so it stops their breeding cycle, and that lasts probably into July. I mean, one year, July 11th, we had triple E.
Yeah.
So, and now when we do get it, it's end of September. It's
Later.
like, and we're just waiting for the cold weather, end of September, so.
Get them. Yeah.
And we didn't
Great.
get last year. We'll get West Nile virus, because catch basins is where they grow.
Yep.
Those are much harder to treat,
Mhm.
go around putting pucks in that. But
Do we do that? We do put the pucks in there?
they do,
Okay.
they do
Do
the
we
pucks.
do it or the county does it?
County does it, and sometimes state. It's usually Bristol County Mosquito Control does it, because I remember GIS made a layer showing where every single one of the drain detention basins are, the sewer drains, but not sewer, wash basin drains. So they get done. So that, I tell people at home, if you have standing water in your yard, like an old swimming pool that's not being treated, you can go to Lowe's and Home Depot, buy their pucks,
I bought them.
and you throw them in the pool, and it'll tell you by how many gallons. The average in-ground pool is about 20,000 gallons, so 2 pucks will do you for 2 months.
Yeah.
And you know, just put them in. I
Get
have
it
an
at
old
Home
in-ground
Depot.
swimming pool with about 4 inches of water in the bottom of
What are
it.
they with the fertilizers and stuff?
Like pest
Yeah,
control.
yeah, pest control. And
They're like-
it's a pack of 8 for like $7.
They're like wheat colored pucks. They
Yeah.
come in like a
Like
sleeve.
a donut.
Yeah.
Little donut.
Yeah, so those are good to put in the, I had my son put a couple in, I have an in-ground swimming pool that's decommissioned. Sand bottom, so the water table comes up. I get a little
It's
pool,
there.
we throw it in there. By July, it's bone dry, but
Yeah.
for now, it's still promulgating mosquito life, so we do that at home.
Stocking with fish.
It's got frogs,
Little trout pond, we could get on there
Yeah.
at night.
so that's
Yeah.
about all we
That's
have.
good.
Any member notes? You
I have nothing.
I have none.
Nada.
know, I'm spent. So could I get a motion to adjourn?
It's 6:20.
I'll give you a motion.
We can stay and talk.
I'll give you a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that. Motion made second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Me and yes.
Either yes.